Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Rising. In today's video, we got 5 miles to walk. We're going on the South Loop in said forest, 5.5 mile trail, 5 miles to walk. It's Sunday. Let's go get it, folks. Not to mention, as you can see, we are wearing our giant Carhartt coat because it is said 40 degrees, but we don't take no prisoners and we don't stop coming. In today's video, we're talking about 5 ways to help naturally cure anxiety. I know there's some folks out there that have a lot of anxiety. With that being said, you know the drill. Cue the intro. Tip number 1 that I'm going to give you guys to help ease anxiety. I'm telling you guys, it is cold. It's like crazy out here. That's all I know. It's one of those days where you just want to be up, not doing 10,000 steps. But here we are anyway. So, can I get a like for, walking in 40 degrees and about 50 mile an hour winds? 40, 30, I don't know. It's freaking windy. So if I can get a like for that, greatly appreciated. Anyway, tip 1 that I'm going to give you guys out here on the South Loop is going to be as simple as this. Apparently this is part of the new loop as well. So, that's cool. So, choices to make. South Loop that way, South Loop that way. Which one do you think we should go on? Hit a comment down below if you think. I think you guys are telling me to go left. So, actually, we went left last time. A couple videos ago when we got lost. So let's go right. Anyway, ADHD moments in life, right? With that being said, tip number 1 that I'm going to give you guys to help you with anxiety is simple as this. Exercise. Walking. A lot of people in this world experience a lot of anxiety, but also there's a lot of people that don't work out. Exercise is one of the best ways to get rid of anxiety. Main reason is because it lowers stress levels. I went for a run yesterday. I didn't film any videos yesterday, but we went for a run and crushed it. Ran a mile in this forest, 16:59. Up hills, down hills. Truly was impressive. And today, guess what? I feel amazing. That's right, folks. No stress. I slept fantastic. I was a little tired earlier, but that's why we have 10,000 steps. Because, oxygen, walking. So, get out, get your exercise in. And there's been studies that have shown that exercise alone can relieve anxiety and stress almost simultaneously. So let's get out in nature, folks. I want to start a 10,000 step challenge to anyone who watches my videos. If you think that you want to come on that journey with me, and you think you can do it just for at least 30 days. So if there's anyone out there watching these videos who wants to go on a 10,000 step challenge, so if you guys are interested in that, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to do that. to help you guys with an anxiety, because I know we all have it from time to time, and walking's a good way to get rid of that. Going to the gym, sports, I mean, so many ways to help relieve your stress. So we go over some bumpy steps. I don't know if you guys can see it back there. It's hard to walk in here sometimes with all these tree roots and stuff. Anyway, on to tip 2 that I can give you guys in general, and that is alcohol. I know everyone wants to drink. Sorry. Studies have shown, and I will link the article in the description if you're interested, alcohol and anxiety don't go well together. Actually, scientifically proven that if you have anxiety, drinking alcohol can actually worsen the problem. You may feel good at first, but when the buzz wears off, your anxiety is going to come back with a vengeance, because you didn't deal with said problems. You just decide, hey, I'm gonna go drink and then I'll feel better, right? No, it doesn't work that way, folks. Hate to tell you this. Studies have shown people that have anxiety drink actually have a higher chance of becoming alcohol dependent. That's right, folks. I don't know if you guys want to be an alcoholic, but it's not a way to deal with a problem. It's best to just deal with your problems and take it on, aka bridge of life. I don't know if you guys saw my video from a few days ago where I was talking about bridges of life. You got to deal with the bridges of life, get over said problem, and move on. Because, like everyone says, we got some deer, guys. There's some deer out here. We've been waiting for deer forever. I scared them off, though. That sucks. I was hoping to show you guys some deer. They took off. I guess they don't want to hear my story. Oh well, dear. Maybe you'll learn one day. Anyway, yeah, don't be an alcoholic. Well, on to tip 3, and that's going to be as it starts to sprinkle. Yay. Good thing we got the Carhartt. Actually starting to get pretty warm. See? Just keep moving, folks. Anyway, tip 3. And I'm going to give you guys, and nobody's going to want to hear this, if you suffer from anxiety, probably stay away from caffeine. Studies have shown, okay? Also, link in the description. Studies have shown that caffeine dependence can worsen anxiety, like flat out. For those who depend on caffeine, not only does it worsen your anxiety, it causes nervousness and causes you to be anxious. Also can lead to massive panic attacks or panic attack disorder. Yeah, didn't even know that. But caffeine in general, a lot of people don't know this, but is a worse drug than cocaine. They did studies that show that caffeine, this was done in mice, caffeine in general will light up your brain with more dopamine hits than cocaine. It is like, I don't even know the times, but it is way, I'm gonna say like 3 to 4 times more addicting than cocaine. So much that these rats had a chance to sip on cocaine water or caffeine water, and they chose the caffeine. Tree in my way. They chose the caffeine. Just like sugar. I know it's kind of off topic, but sugar as well. They chose sugar over, I don't even remember the study, but you gotta stay away from that stuff, guys. It's bad news. So that's tip number 3. To tip number 4 here in the forest. And if you haven't noticed, I've been in this forest quite a lot lately. There's a lot of trails in here, guys, and each trail's different. I don't know where any trails go. I think there's like 5 or 6 different trails, and we're trying to walk them all because we want to walk every trail in the state. We started on the South Loop, but then we got lost and just quit walking it. Let's finish this thing and see where it goes. I know it's 5.5 miles. So for tip number 4, because they all deal with life in general, I'm gonna give you 3 things, because there's a lot of things on this list, but they all kind of deal with the same thing. But you guys already know what they probably are, and that is better sleep, better diet, and meditate. But you guys hear about me talking about this stuff all the time. Meditation. We'll just break it down one by one. So this might be a long clip. You guys hear me talking about sleep all the time. 6 to 8 hours, folks. I sacrifice 0 sleep. I don't care what I'm doing in life, what job I have, or where I'm going. I make sure to get 6 to 8 hours. Put the TV down and go to bed. People nowadays are always complaining that they don't get enough sleep. Well, it's because you didn't go to bed on time. Yeah. And they're so wound on AKA caffeine, they can't go to bed. And then they wonder why they have sleep deficiencies. Not to mention sleep apnea that a lot of people have and don't even realize it. There's no excuse to not get your 6 to 8 hours. There's more than enough time in the day to get your sleep. And I recommend the 6 to 8 hours. It will help with anxiety tremendously. It will lower your stress level tremendously. So that's sleep. Number 2, diet. You are what you eat, folks. If you want to eat McDonald's for a living, you want to eat fast food even though it's tasty, that's on you. A lot of people now, they eat for pleasure. They don't eat to survive. You have to listen to your body, folks. A lot of people don't know that low sodium, aka salt, which I recommend Himalayan salt. So when you're in your diet, like I said, you are what you put in your body. I mean, you want to eat healthy? I mean, eating healthy and clean, people think it's expensive. But then they complain because they go to Starbucks and spend $7 on a cup of coffee. Yeah. But they can't buy, $7 grass-fed ground beef. Same thing, folks. Choose wisely how you spend your money, because you are what you eat. And you ain't got to eat grass-fed every single day. But you ain't even got to eat grass-fed. Maybe organic. Just the amount of nutrition in our food nowadays isn't what it was 30 years ago. And then they wonder why we're getting cancers and getting sick and all that good stuff. Just poor food quality. Like a lot of people don't know. Low in magnesium, potassium, sodium. Like people think salt is bad. No, salt is good. You need salt in your diet, folks. And as long as you have the potassium magnesium ratios right, you'll never have a sodium problem. I can assure you of that. I'll take Himalayan salt, throw it in my hand, and eat it. See, when your body's hungry, right, most of the time you're craving salt. If you just take a teaspoon of salt and eat it, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, even if you mix it in water. I know some people are probably like, ew, salt. Even if you mix it in water, okay, your hunger will go away. Because see, the body doesn't know the difference between hunger and low salt. When you're low on salt, your body triggers hormonal responses that create hunger. So what do? We eat, or we go grab some sugar, some bad stuff that we don't need, which then makes the problem worse. Then you're spiraling out of control, and then you're in the McDonald's drive-thru, and it just never ends. So make healthy decisions, because you are what you eat. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because, well, if you are eating crappy, you're probably not going to have very good anxiety levels. That being said, that's tip number 2 and tip number 3. Last but not least, meditation. Studies have shown yoga, taking deep breaths. I recommend mindfulness app. Take time in this busy world and just be calm. Put the TV away, put the phone away, get off social media, because at the end of the day, none of that stuff is needed. You don't need any of that stuff. It's hearsay. It gets in the way of life in general. Sometimes in this busy world, and this is why I come to this forest, guys. This is the reason, right here. There's nothing out here. Yes, I'm making a YouTube video, but as you can see, the sun's out, it's quiet, you have alone time to think in your thoughts, and that's what you got to do. Because sometimes nature is all you need for anxiety. I know when I'm walking my 10,000 steps a day, my anxiety levels come down. Because this is my form of meditation. Some people read. Some people go lift weights. It's okay to be by yourself, folks. It's okay to just be alone with your thoughts. Maybe write in your journal. Maybe sometimes in life that's what you need in life. To just relax, unwind, count to 10, do something. Just take time for yourself to focus on yourself. And with that being said, that's a trilogy of that one. Tip number 5, chamomile tea. That's right, folks. Chamomile tea has been shown to clinically, like studies have been done to get rid of anxiety. They did a study, and they were 5 times more likely to get rid of anxiety than placebo. chamomile tea is also good for sleep, digestion. Roughly about 225 milligrams if you take it in capsule form. That's what they say. So I recommend chamomile tea. Overall, to sum it up, if you guys just follow some tips, you can naturally get rid of anxiety. It doesn't have to be forever. I mean, yeah, medication works, but it only gets you so far. So that's the conclusion of that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up because I'm pretty tired, and she got a mile and a half to go and we don't want our phone to die. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It truly means a lot for all the support. Almost to 70 subscribers. So with that being said, thank you for watching my TED Talk, aka my great video. Thanks for coming to my Forest Playhouse. I am Phoenix Rising. Peace out.